Hey guys, let me introduce you to the Finesse braids from Savage Gear. The range consists of an HD4 line, which is 4 carriers with very high density of super PE fibers. The pitch is quite tight, so the line feels quite rigid and very, very tight woven. It's great for spinning reels, so that's the HD4. The HD8 is woven from 8 carriers, so the HD8 feels more smooth, more silky, and also feels very round. So HD4 and HD8 for 2 different purposes. Let's look at it. So the HD4, when you feel the line, you can feel that it's really tight pitch and it feels very nice and round. And when you look at the diameter, you can actually see that a 0.13 millimeter compared to existing braids on the market feels very, very thin. And that's because a lot of the braids is basically thicker than what they state. This is a true diameter, or at least as close as you can get to a true diameter. That also means that the breaking strength in this case, which is 7.8 kilos or 17 pounds, might be less than what you expected for a 0.13 millimeter braid, but it's actually true. For this HD8, it's the same case. You can actually see that the line feels very, very round, and at 0.16 millimeter we are at 25 pounds breaking strength, and this is very, very close to the true diameter. Alright, so the HD4 comes in like a gunsmoke gray and in a high visible UV yellow. It comes in 120 meter packs and it comes in 300 meter packs, and then you get the bulk spools, so you can get your reels spooled at a spool station. Another nice little detail is that the packaging itself actually works as a spool dispenser, so you can, when you want to load your reel, you can clip the actual pack onto your rod, and that enables you single-handed to spool on the line perfectly. Hey guys, let me show you how to load your baitcaster with braid. Even the bigger wide body baitcasters like this Okuma 360, you don't have space for backing, nylon backing, so you actually spool the braid directly on to the core of the spool. And in order to avoid that the braid will slip the knot that you tie to the core of the spool, I'll show you a little trick. I use a sports tape like that, so I just pull off about 4 inches of, or 10 centimeters of the sports tape, and you can also rip that to have any width that you want. And basically what I do is I just put the sports tape on the core of the spool, and then I turn a few times with a handle, and then I leave it in that position. I don't close that flap down. Then I pass the line through the line guide on the line level, and I attach that just to the end of the tape like so. And then I can basically, without tightening the tape, I can actually catch the line. And here a little pair of scissors or pliers come in handy, and I can grab that braid right there and take it out like so. Then I tap down the tape at the center of the spool, and all I have to do now is just tie a sliding grenade knot like so. Like 4 turns should be sufficient right there, and then I can just pull that right down on the center of the spool like that, and that sports tape right there stops the whole braid body from slipping on the center of the spool or the core of the spool. So all I have to do now is take the spooling friendly packaging and just pass that over my rod tip like so, and I'm basically ready to spool the reel. I tighten down the drag, and I can apply a little bit of extra pressure with my fingers here as I spool the reel. perfect. Just so you can still, the line shouldn't surpass that edge or that edge. So that's perfect right there. That's all we need. And as you can see, in this case, we still got some braid on the spool, and this is a relatively heavy one, and we loaded about 80 meters onto this white body right here. So this would be perfect for casting those bigger baits.